With the world population on the ascendancy and far dwarfing employment opportunities, it has become more expedient for the informal sector to play a greater role in bridging the gap. Fortunately, empirical evidence has shown that the informal sector can absorb a huge chunk of the unemployed and possibly mitigate the unemployment crisis. This is because the informal sector is the watershed for entrepreneurial growth as it encourages skills acquisition and development. Operators of SMEs in the informal sectors have been known to be job creators and employment generators rather than job seekers. Figures emanating from National Bureau of Statistics (NBS) indicate that nearly 61% of Nigerians live in extreme poverty or survive on less than 0.63 pounds per day. That this level of poverty is prevalent in Nigeria is worrisome, as several previous attempts to change the narrative through well thought out policies and programs such as Empower, Poverty Alleviation Program (PAP), National Economic Empowerment and Development Strategies needs tend not to have recorded much progress.
Granted, efforts have been made in the past to assuage the situation. The truth is that no sooner are those ideas enunciated than the so-called big people hijack them. So it doesn't get down to those persons it's meant for.
In a bid to liberate the good people of Delta State from the siege of unemployment and its negative impact, the administration of Senator Dr. Arthur Ifeanyi, right from the onset in 2015, embarked on a voyage to bring prosperity to Deltans through the SMART agenda, which has strategic job and wealth creation as poster policy of the mantra. After being subjected to due process of screening, young men and women were recruited, trained and empowered in many enterprises under the Skills Training Entrepreneurship Program STEP.
Since we came in, we've done a lot in terms of job creation, and we've attacked it through various aspects. Several thousands of our youth have been trained and empowered to become entrepreneurs of their own.
Block molding and interlocking tiles production is one enterprise and vocation that has caught the attention of young people in Delta State. They have acquired its production skills under STEP program. One young man making waves in this area of work and putting smiles on the faces of his clients is Tony Ebo. We at Smart Delta Media do not believe in hearsay, so in tandem with our tradition of bringing first-hand information to Deltans, we went to visit Tony in his workshop. While taking us on a tour around his workplace, he shared with us his story of how the Okowa-led administration transformed him from a commercial motorcyclist, from which he hardly earned enough to become a CEO of his own.
Today we are at MTD Junction, Agbobi, Delta State, to visit the workshop of Mr. Tony Ebo, a beneficiary of the Delta State government's STEP scheme. He's been a beneficiary since 2015, and today he has given us insight into his story and his life before the STEP program, how it has transformed his life, and we are about to take you on the journey to discover where he is 4 years down the line.
Life was not too okay for me. I was using a Okada, running around looking for day pay. STEP changed my life through the way of empowering me, making me to know what they call interlocking business. The life is fair for me now.
During our interaction with Tony, he informed us of an interlocking job he was executing some 4 blocks away. So, off we went to see for ourselves. On site, Smart Delta Media team met Major Obo and Elvis Gabriel, who work for Tony. They testify that Tony has impacted their lives for engaging them in gainful employment.
First time I met Tony, we went for a site where he was working. I was working there too. He told me he has a job that he would like me to work with him. Then I worked with him for the first time. He was so nice to me, and he paid me very well. So decided to be working with him permanently. It's a good thing for the governor's administration to be training people to let people have what doing for life.
We thank Governor Ifeanyi Okowa for empowering the youth, for them not to involve themselves in other activities that will not bring glory to them. I really want to appreciate our Oga here, what he has been doing for us. Himself is still empowering the youth. We don't pay, but when you come, no matter how it is, just put your eye down so that you can be seeing what you are doing.
Tony further took us to yet another job he had handled on another side of town. Here we ran into Madam Anne Nkeki, who confided in Smart Delta Media team how pleased she was with the job Tony had done in her son's house. She happily showed us around to ascertain the quality of work ourselves.
I dey happy for the job when he do, because the house I dey enjoy am now. Everywhere neat, everywhere dey solid. The governor, God go bless am. Especially the way when he dey take handle our youth. Both people when they waka around for afternoon like this now for this street, fear not let you pass am. He don dey give some job when they do. No boys when they waka up and down again.
Bright Emwebie is another young man whose rise from grass to grace speaks after the fact that the mantra prosperity to all Deltans is on course. For many years, he tells Smart Delta Media he worked as an apprentice to people trying to piece his life together until he heard about STEP. He was fortunate to have been recruited and trained in welding and fabrication. This move, he explains, changed his story. While Emwebie agrees he is not where he wants to be, he however believes he is on the right trajectory because since taking up welding and fabrication, he has not gone hungry as was once the case.
They have given me the instrument which I used to work. I'm just like someone that just carry ladder and give, say, oh yeah, climb. Now I have my family, I can take care of them, I can get money to solve my problems. I appreciate our Excellency Governor Ifeanyi Okowa for making our dreams to come true. It's only God that can pay him back for this.
That Emwebie's lot has changed is a fact that resonates with his wife, Isioma. Her smiles is a telltale that she is happy that good fortune brought her husband into STEP training.
I'm very, very glad for government to establish things for my husband and then give him a machine to start up his business. At least now I can provide for the family.
Emwebie's clientele has increased based on quality of his handwork. It was only natural that Smart Delta Media would want to see things for ourselves. So we drove down to one of his sites. The owner of the property, one Sam Ogochukwu, describes Bright as an excellent workman. A credit to STEP.
My experience working with him has been awesome. He delivered the job the way I wanted. So I'm very happy. Delta State government, based on the work they have started doing, all our youths will benefit out from this is a good one.
The quest to uncover more stepreneurs took Smart Delta Media team to Delta Central Senatorial District, where a host of artisans have established their enterprises. Smart Delta. Arriving at Udu, Smart Delta Media team headed straight for the workshop of Efe Okoro. His fabrication yard was quite impressive. We could also see quite a number of Efe's trainees engaged in different chores relating to welding. Fascinated by their craft, Smart Delta's Daisy Morsey tried her hands on what they do. Taking hold of an electrode, she dabbled a bit. Efe held her hand. It was a worthy experience for her. Efe says while it is not yet Uhuru, though the vocation has improved his standard of living, especially with his ability to now start a family, which he could not do in the past.
The training has done a lot. Before I got the opportunity of undergoing the training, Even at my age, I was still single. By the grace of God, after learning this trade, I was given starter pack to open my own shop, which is where we are today. Last year, I've marked my 1-year marriage anniversary, which I've not had the opportunity to do. That is one of the most achievements that I really had. If not for His Excellency Senator Dr. Ifeanyi Okowa, I wouldn't have had this opportunity to also be giving out helping hands.
Imazabo and Akbojotor, both of his proteges, expressed their gratitude to the governor as they believe that the empowerment of their boss have trickled down to them since they can now work and fend for themselves.
Okowa tried to Moga because he make Moga to be someone. So I really appreciate Okowa for this effort. Moga make us proud too. This one always helping me. I can able to take care of myself. May God bless Okowa.
Wow, happy saying.
I am happy that government trained my boss. Now, I no longer stay at home. I am always busy at the workshop. I can now fend for myself.
Day of money.
The world has gotten to the era where it is not just the white-collar job that paves way to success. The Okowa-led administration has deemed it fit to empower the youth through skills acquisition. This, just like many others, are part of the empowerment program in the states.
From Udu, Uwe was our next destination. We met Kelvin Idedebo in his fabrication yard. Like previously, we tried our hands on some potty filling to have a feel of what these workmen experience on a daily basis. While admitting that things can be better, he was nevertheless happy with the modest impact he is bringing to the society from the seed government planted in him through training and provision of starter pack.
I studied welding fabrication in school, PTI precisely. Going for 6 months training, become an added advantage. After that, and the empowerment with the starter pack. That was the foundation of what you are seeing now. I want to say very big thanks to the governor for the training and the empowerment so far to the young persons. At least some persons have been taken away from the streets. And we wish that before his tenure comes to an end, more persons will be trained and empowered also.
His cousin, Akbos John, who helps around the workshop, lends his voice to Idedewo's testimony.
Before, my brother didn't do anything, understand? So now, go make all your power that they give the equipment or this kind of thing, understand me? So we wanted to survive ourselves. But that's the way they train people, understand me? So anybody who be welcome with the do they give her. I appreciate Okowa.
Now in Warri, we met Stevenson Twaga, a tiler who has made a name for himself in floor tiling. He took us to an apartment he just finished tiling to see the quality of his craft. Twaga expressed his gratitude for what government has done for him, even as he recounts that his life has improved as he is now a proud car owner. One of the visions of the state government in training and empowering young Deltans is for them to add value to themselves, expand their businesses, and contribute to the GDP of the state. Franklin Onyawa, a diligent artisan who handles a catholicity of building jobs, is a classic example of this expansionism. He started out as an expert plasterer of Paris POP, but today he is also painting. This was exactly what we met him doing when we paid a visit to his current worksite. His smiles on the job is proof that he is happy having something to do and remains grateful to government for adding to his life and able to put his skills to use and make some money.
It has been wonderful after the training. I have joy doing what I learned and it has been favorable so far. So I get lots of patronage.
He was quick to advise his fellow youths who may still be thinking of what to do to earn a living.
My advice is just to have that patience, because without patience, you're not going to achieve anything in life. So being patient and hardworking and concentrated on what I was trained to do, it brought me joy and I'm happy today doing it. So I want them to also take part in this training too. The vision so far has been achieved. It has got so many youth out of the street and it has kept them busy all this while.
Okoje Eugene, who engaged the services of Franklin, explains that he was attracted by Franklin's excellent work ethics.
He's a very good artisan. I saw him working and I saw the way he was doing the job. He's loyal, quiet. I just call him that when you finish working there, you come over here and do something for him. What the government is doing is good.
Pa Okoje, father to Eugene, who was on ground to supervise the job, also had kind words for government.
We didn't see this at our time. This young man, Okowa, is showing an example. He's a leader of the masses. He's a master, road master. Everything he does it without selfish end. I wish we shall be having governors like him.
Most of the new paint jobs on this street was marshaled out by Franklin.
Smart Delta.
The impact on society of the job and wealth creation policy of Delta State government is certainly resonating across the state. For instance, in Ole, in South Senatorial Districts, Ogbodo Vincent is content doing his thing. He started out as a tiler, but now he can actually construct buildings because he has a civil engineering background. Apart from handling buildings, he is also a merchant of building materials.
I studied civil engineering in school. Then when I came back, I learned tiling from the state government. If I have sites that I'm supervising, I collect the tiling aspect of it too, so that I will use my boys to run the work. And there is more profit in handwork than even the supervision work.
He told Smart Delta that the starter pack he was empowered with was a brilliant idea from government as he deployed it to execute jobs that put money in his pocket.
When they give me the starter pack, I just include it into my business. So the thing is good. I cannot go and look for a job anywhere because the money I'm having here, I'm okay with it. I always thank Okowa and I thank God for making Okowa our state government, because I have never seen such a thing in my life since when I was born, that a government will come up and train people and pay them. It's not easy.
David, who works with Ogbodo, explains that while he is not a direct beneficiary of STEP, he is nevertheless grateful to government who gave his boss the opportunity, thereby making him to indirectly benefit from STEP.
From what he learned for there, I just still learn from him and he teach me well. And from what I learn, at least, even when he's not around, people call me to go and work and I will do it perfectly. And I'm very happy that I learned something from him. So raising income from what he learned has also been of benefit to me too. I would like to say a big thank you to the government of Okowa.
Paul Uzoka, who describes himself as a multifaceted businessman, tells Smart Delta Media that the training from STEP provided a multi-dimensional platform for him to thrive as he has expanded to other business ventures from his tiling business STEP trained him on.
The Smart Agenda contributed tremendously. A lot has happened. I've done over 100 jobs. Me especially, I'm grateful to God for him, Ifeanyi Okowa, for all he has done for Delta's youth. Many of us, I don't know where we would have been if not for him. But I believe everything happened for good. He should keep on doing more so that the other youths will experience what I've experienced.
The success recorded by these young Deltans in various vocations is laid on foundation of sound teaching and mentoring. Recently, the Job and Wealth Creation Office held a seminar which was tagged Train the trainers.
A lot of changes have taken place in this program. These changes are designed to make this program more effective, more sustainable, more viable, so that many, many years from today, we'll be talking about how this program has impacted on the lives of the youth in this state. It's not you and I that will talk about this program many years from today. It is the beneficiaries that will talk about this program.
Notable feature of the STEP program is the fact that most people who were themselves trainees at some point have today mastered their craft to the extent they have been hired by those who train them to train others.
The last time I was interviewed, I was under the program, which is I was being trained. But right now I have grown, I've graduated from the program of STEP as a fashion designer, and right now I'm a trainer. Trained for like 3 years now. I will say kudos to the governor and thank you for helping us out of the streets as youths and giving us things to do.
Me alone, I'm a living testimony, because before this program, I'm a full-time housewife doing nothing, but now I'm a trainer. I've even trained people. I have enough apprentices learning other me now. When they come out, they'll be established someday, and in fact, the state government has done wow.
The trainers look forward to a rewarding experience of passing on their knowledge.
It's a beautiful experience, I must say practically, that to me it fits two purposes. It's like a way of giving back to society. It's more like a social responsibility, because it's not just transactional. Being able to transfer the entrepreneurial knowledge and now mentor people, it's a very beautiful experience, and I think I'm grateful being a part of it. And I have to give credit to the government for this very intelligent program.
People might feel that it's the trainees that gain more, but in essence, we the trainers also have a lot to gain, in the sense that, of course, the government pays us, so that's a form of wealth creation for us as trainers. And also, there's this thing about giving out knowledge. Whenever you give out knowledge, you tend to learn more, because it increases your sense of going to know more, to want to teach more, which in turn helps your business.
Mentoring and monitoring of young entrepreneurs is a key part of the development of young CEOs. To this extent, a monitoring unit was set up to serve as a buffer to the young entrepreneurs.
After their establishment, when they are given startup pack, we then take them over and mentor them under a mentorship program. We also have what we call the mentor to mentee program. It's a program designed where experienced business persons get to mentor the beneficiaries to ensure that they succeed in the business they're doing.
The successes recorded by the Delta State government in building young entrepreneurs attracted no less than Nigeria's Vice President Yemi Osinbajo to Delta State during the 25th edition of the Federal Government Micro, Small and Medium Enterprises Clinic. On that day, the Vice President had the opportunity of inspecting the handicraft of young Deltans as well as interact with them.
Security, a security alarm. You can mount it on the front of your house. It's best you don't need to knock at all. As you mash it like this, it will signal inside that there's somebody at the gate. So without knocking, you know already that somebody is at your gate. So you'll be at alert, yes.
I salute the Delta State government, led by His Excellency Dr. Ifeanyi Okowa, for the unflagging commitment and support to MSMEs across the state. I've already seen a wide range of businesses, from product packaging to health services to agro-processing and related trades. Delta State is certainly booming with business initiatives and ideas.
Nigerians from different fields commend the efforts of Governor Ifeanyi Okowa as they re-emphasize the benefits of MSMEs to the development of any economy, especially empowering young people.
The government is doing its best to be able to promote the development of MSME in Delta State. The micro enterprises constituting about 99% of it. And most of these micro enterprises are basically in the states and the local governments. And they contribute 74% of the workforce in the country. The SMEs contribute largely employs people, and they need to be encouraged.
The job creation scheme of the state government is evidently living up to its dreams, as not only have young Deltans been trained to become entrepreneurs and business owners, but they now testify to being job creators and trainers themselves. This development is in tandem with the vision of the Okowa-led administration to build a stronger Delta.
You better run, come to Delta State. Come and see the good things where Okowa they do. You better run, come to Delta State. Come and see the good things where Okowa they do. I see your job and work creation in Delta. Make the youth say them higher. Okowa. I see good roads everywhere in Delta. Make the people say them cola. Come live in Delta. Say me I say, come invest in Delta. Come explore the potentials of our state.